Hello, YouTube family. So, notice anything different? I took out my yarn braids. Took them out. I took out the yarn braids and I took out my starter locks that I had. And I decided instead to get my hair insta-locked. So I wanted to make this video to say that you live and you learn, and you do what you feel is best for yourself and for your own hair, and it either works out or sometimes it doesn't work out, and you're not going to know unless you try it. So people can tell you don't do, which is great advice, but ultimately you're not going to know unless you do it. And that's kind of the attitude that I had when I put my yarn braids on top of my starter locks. I don't want to say that it was a bad idea. I am going to say that I probably could have waited on doing that, because putting yarn braids or putting braids on starter locks pretty much stops the process of your hair budding, which I was kind of already prepared to do. And when you take them out, it undoes whatever you were doing, like whatever stage you were at. I noticed when I was taking them out, and I was taking mine out very carefully. So then some of my braids were coming undone, and it just turned out to be more complicated than I foresaw it being. So, do I regret putting yarn braids on my starter locks? No, I'm glad I did it. I enjoyed the yarn braids for the 2 weeks that I had them in. Would I do that again to starter locks? Absolutely not. Would I do them again with the Insta locks that I did? Maybe. But I'm not there yet, and I haven't thought about it in depth. But at this point, I'm going to say no. So, I was becoming unhappy with my locks, especially after I started taking the yarn braids out. Some of my hair was unraveling, and it just kind of messed up where I was already at. Like it didn't help. It didn't help. So, I ended up combing out all of those locks. There was about 200 of them, with the help of my family. And I combed them out. It took about 2 days to comb out. Actually, so I had 200 braid locks and then 200 yarn braids on top of that. So each braid took twice as long, because I had to take out the yarn, and then I had to take out the braid underneath. And I wanted to do that and just start over again, because I just wasn't happy. And I think when it comes to, I'm going to say, to my locks, I want to be happier than unhappy. Does that make sense? I don't need to be 100%, but I want to be where I really like them. And I think I started disliking my locks after I put the bleach on there, and then the damage that I saw that the bleach did, it kind of was like steps on me just disliking where my hair was. So I got these. And I do like these better. It's been about a week, 2 weeks, maybe 2 weeks now that I've gotten them done. They are about the size of a pencil. So when I combed out my starter locks, my hair was just touching my shoulders, and I was prepared for shrinkage, which is what you're going to get, because if you watch how they do starter locks, they back comb your hair, and then they crochet it to officially lock it. So my hair has officially locked, even though, see, some people say you cheated. I mean, like, really, who cares? Like, I'm not in it for other people. I'm in it for myself. So whether or not I cheated, I don't care. But I do like these better. I wanted, for some reason, I was fixated, as I'm sure a lot of us are, or some of us are, fixated on a particular number because you watch these other videos and then you watch women with mature locks or men with mature locks, and they're at a certain count, and you're like, if I have that count, that's the way my hair is going to look, etc., etc. So I was stuck on a count of 125. That was the number that I wanted. I know I didn't want 200, which was what I had before. I wanted under 150, but I still wanted thicker locks. So my stylist did these, and I counted twice. One time I counted, it was 104. The next time I counted, it was like 98. So in between, I'll just round it up and say 100 locks. And this is what they look like. And as I mentioned, I had shoulder length hair. So I will try to do a 360. As you can see, I got a few little gems on here. Trying to glow so you can see exactly what it's looking like. You guys excuse how messy this is down here, but I don't feel like cleaning, and I'm not going to force myself to today, because today is my chill day, and chill day means no cleaning. So that's what I'm looking like. When I first got them done, they were poking out like little hard nubs. But then I just started wearing, this is like I don't want to say a sleeve, but it's like a little neck thing that I can just put on to push my hair down, so that when I wake up and when I put water on it, it's pretty much still stays molded, and then there's none sticking up. But and this is what they don't tell you, you can still have bad hair day with locks. Sometimes I'll get, especially like these three here are like problematic. I'm going to say these four right here, they're problematic. Sometimes they don't lay where I want them to lay, and sometimes they just sit up, and they don't care, and it frustrates me because they just don't want to lay down. And I wasn't prepared for that. I wasn't prepared for bad hair days with locks. I mean, like, how are you going to have a bad hair day? I've had bad hair days with them. It's crazy. So but yeah, this is what I came up, this is what she did. And I think probably a little bit later, I'll probably take some of the tips out, so it's just like a little piece, and then it'll curl up a little bit. Haven't really decided on if I'm going to do that right now. I'm pretty much just letting my hair do its thing without doing too much to it. I do use a leave-in conditioner. I put that in my hair about every other day, and then I definitely spray my hair down with water every day to keep my hair workable and whatnot. So that's where I'm at. They're really short, and I've been getting tons of compliments on them, which helps with self-esteem issues. If you get locks and your locks are different than what you would have liked, it does help when people are nice and say nice things. And it's also good when you also give compliments to other people. So, because you never know what day they're going through. So I've been getting a lot of positive feedback, and I have in turn given positive feedback back to other people. So that helps, because sometimes self-esteem can just fly out the window one day, and then the next day you have it, then like another day you don't. So yeah. So that's what I came up with. And I just wanted to show that to you. As far as oils go, really not doing anything. I got this oil. It's like lemongrass. It smells so good. And I don't want to say I'm obsessed with the way this smells, but I am. I love the way this lemongrass smells. I've been putting this, diluting this and putting this in almost everything. I put it in my water and I shake it up and I spray it on my hair. I did, when I bought this, did not read the back, which says clearly used with the carrier oil. I did not read that right there. Yep. Or is it there? I don't even really know if you really even need to read that. Yeah. Well, if you read the directions, it says clearly, use a carrier oil. I did not. In the first night, I put it on my scalp and it burned. I don't know what else to say. It burned. It burned. And I, if during the winter, when I have a dry scalp, I'll put Vicks on my scalp to help with the dryness. And let me tell you, that lemongrass beat Vicks out when it comes to stinging, like out the window. I was like, I had to get a fan. I was like, holy moly. And I'm looking at the directions, like, does it have alcohol in it? Like, does it have eucalyptus in it? Like, why is my hair burning? But yeah, it was burning pretty intense. Not like I had to rinse it out like a bad perm or anything, but it was definitely something that I am cautious of now. So when I mix it, I'm definitely cautious that there's lemongrass oil, but then there's more of the carrier oil. And it smells amazing. Oh my God, I love the way my hair smells. So thank you for my subscribers. I appreciate it. And follow me if you want to see how my hair progresses. I'm curious too. When some women say that they don't mind not having a fresh retwist, I am kind of feeling that now. Like before, when I had my mini locks or the locks that I had before, I was super anxious about always making sure that the parts were super clean. But now it's only been 2 weeks, but I am kind of enjoying the fact that obviously my hair is growing and the fact that the parts are not super clean. So maybe this was just what I needed to get the first time. I don't know, but I'm really enjoying these. I really am. I'm not even going to lie. I am enjoying them. I like the way, for the most part, they stay kind of flat. There's really not too much I can do. I can do that style. I can do that style. I can do that style. There's really not too much I can do to it. Actually, I was able to put a braid down this way and braid down this way, which was nice, but it did require a lot of time and it was tough. So I don't think I'm going to try to do that again. They are thicker, which means like I don't know how crinkly these will be able to get, but we'll see. Right now, this is pretty much just how I wear my hair. I've got the little hair jewelry, which adds a little girly touch to it with the short hair. Sometimes I feel like short hair doesn't feel as feminine as perhaps longer hair. For me anyways, and I kind of like the little jewelry. It makes me feel a little bit more sassy, a little bit more like I am a woman type thing. So that's my video. On my Insta-locks, there is like in between 98 and 104 locks, and I'm fine with that number. Really don't need more. It means my retwists are going to be super simple, and that's it. So that's my video, and thanks for tuning in. Bye.